Well, yesterday I got an email newsletter directly from International Criminal Court, that's ICC, about 3 more charges which were added to the case of Joseph Kony. As you know, Joseph Kony's hearing will go ahead in his absentia by the ICC. They have said they will go on. Now, the first thing, let me take you through a brief background for those who doesn't know. The first thing, of course, the person accused is Joseph Kony, and his role as being the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, that is LRA, and he's a former Catholic altar boy who turned into warlord. And his background is what you need to know, a former Catholic altar boy. That is one thing which is widely known, the only thing widely known about him as part of his history. And there has been insurgency, a duration of over 2 decades in Acholi land, and the impact has been displacement of millions, abduction of thousands of children for use as soldiers and sex slaves. That is as per what is documented. The second thing that you need to know is the legal proceedings, which is already happening. The rain has started drizzling, but it wants me to run back to the studio, but I think I will have to persevere and continue like this until I finish this video. The second thing is the legal proceeding. There has been initial charges of 2005, which included 36 counts of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Updated ICC charges as of May the 15th, 2025 is up to a total of 39 cases after adding 3 new charges. Now the question is, what are the 3 new charges? It came from testimony from a victim, which they added persecution, rape, and sexual slavery. The hearing date is of September the 9th, 2025, and the hearing location will be The Hague. Of course, that is the headquarters of ICC. In his absence here, and the ICC have said hearing will proceed even if Kony does not appear. Judicial update provided by Maria Mabinti Kamara, who is the ICC outreach officer for Uganda. Specific crimes and locations. Key locations of alleged attacks: Luala Girls Secondary School, that is Kalaki District; IDP camps, that is Abia, Abok; Lukodi, Pagak, Pajule, Lapul, Odek, and Balonyo. And then types of crimes that have been alleged include murder, mistreatment of civilians, abduction, sexual slavery, persecution on political and gender grounds, and also pillaging of civilian property, pillaging of civilian property. The fourth thing that you need to know is ICC outreach and notification efforts. ICC said they've tried to reach out to Joseph Kony. The efforts including social media, what some of you people still think is very useless, but by the time you realize, you will only realize that you are too old to understand. Then the second thing has been newspaper. That is, they've cited example of Daily Monitor and New Vision in Uganda. Then there has been radio campaigns. Roch Dukchen Pajo of those of La Chambelo on Mega FM. There has been face-to-face meetings with suspected sympathizers of Joseph Kony. And then lastly, there has been international outreach, that is Central African Republic, and also through South Sudan. The court ruling of Joseph Kony is another thing that you need to know about. Judges deemed efforts to notify Joseph Kony sufficient. So the judges says the efforts that have been made to notify Joseph Kony is sufficient enough, and approved hearing to proceed in his absentia. And then also, it is considered an exceptional measure, but criteria has been fulfilled. The fifth thing that you must know is the victim support and rehabilitation. Funding has been made by ICC, which has allocated shilling 65 billion, and the purpose is to rehabilitate victims of Kony's war. Now, the question that many people will be asking is, does it mean new cases were not existing earlier. Well, that's a great question, which was also tickling in my mind. Now, let me clarify the meaning of the new charges added to Joseph Kony's case. I'm not a lawyer, but vloggers, Wikitech, that is, they're strong-hearted. Out of research that we do, these days you don't have to run to library in Kampala and elsewhere. You just have to seek for official good websites, and you find everything that you want online. Now, to simplify it for you, of which you can still go and get it or fact check it out later, is what does new charges mean in this context? The first point is to the answer that I asked earlier is no. The crimes themselves, like abductions, rape, attacks on civilians, likely did occur earlier in the 1990s and 2000s during the LRA insurgency. Then the second is the new charges added by the ICC in 2025 are legal additions based on new evidence or new testimonies that were not included in the original 2005 charges. Now, further breakdown is, let's take a look at the original charges briefly of 2005. There was 36 counts that based on what prosecutors had evidence for at that time. New charges 2025, that is 3 additional counts, bringing the total to 39. These are now new incidents, but newly documented or proven instances of crimes like persecution. I repeat, because this is the main aspect of this video, for you to understand this. The new charges of 2025, 3 additional counts, bringing the total to 39. These are not new incidents, but newly documented or proven instances of crimes like persecution, rape, and sexual slavery, often based on survivor testimonies that were only recently made available or deemed credible. In summary, the acts happened in the past, but the charges are new because they are newly added to the legal case, often supported by fresh or more detailed evidence. Thank you.